When you purchase this Google Sheet Homeschool Tracker, you'll get access to this PDF. And on the front page, you can see that there's this index that'll show you where to find information on different parts of this Google Sheet. The second page is a little welcome, and then on the third page is where you'll find the links to the specific Google Sheet calendars. There's January to December, July through June, August through July, or September through August. And you can choose whichever calendar lines up best with your homeschool year. So let's say that you start your school year in August. You would click August to July, open in Google Chrome, and it would open the tracker like this. You can see that it's view only, so you won't be able to edit the tracker that you download right away. You'll have to make your own copy. To do that, you go to File, Make a Copy, name the tracker whatever you would like, click Make a Copy, and now you've officially saved your own copy in your Google Drive that you can start to edit and use right away. Let's go back to the PDF that you'll get when you purchase this tracker, and it'll show you more details on how to use it. So if we scroll down, you'll see a page that talks about how the tracker is organized, and it gives an overview of how to use each of the 4 tabs that are included in this tracker. And the next page is the Quick Start Guide, which gives you a very broad walkthrough of how to use the Google Sheet. And then after that, you dive deeper into each of the 4 tabs that are included and get a better understanding of how to use them. It starts by going over the Year tab. This is a picture of all of the components that are included in the Year tab. And as you scroll down, you'll get into more details on how to use each of those specific components. Next, you'll get a deep dive into the Tracker tab. This first page has a picture that shows the main components in this tab. And you can see it's organized by month. You can record hours and days in the calendars, keep track of what subjects you're covering, and then also record notes on curriculum, experiments, projects, field trips, or other activities. And the next few pages just go over each of those components in the Tracker tab in more detail. Next is the deep dive into the Summary tab, and again it starts with an overview of the different components in this sheet. Here you'll see the annual totals, so you'll get auto calculations for how many total days, total hours, and what your average hours per day are for the year. And then you have your Subjects component, which auto-populates based on data that you've entered into your Tracker tab in the Subjects checklist column. So any subjects that you have listed in your Tracker tab that are checked will show up in the Taught category, and any subjects that are listed in the Tracker tab but are unchecked will show up in this remaining side. So I use this Subjects component as a way to quickly make sure that I'm not missing any of the subjects that are required by my state. The other components in the Summary tab allow you to plan and record the curriculum that you're using, record evaluation and assessment results, keep track of read aloud and independently read books, and record all of your favorite memories and activities from the year. I find that this summary page is my go-to spot when I'm wanting to just reflect on a year, or when I'm wanting to use an older child's previously recorded summary for coming up with a plan or ballpark plan for a younger child. So the next few pages in the PDF just go through more specifics on how to use each of these components in the Summary tab. And then the PDF will go over how to use the final tab in your homeschool tracker, which is the Print tab. And this is just a tab that pulls over all the information throughout the rest of your Google Sheet into a more printer-friendly version. And it's for anyone who wants to be able to print a physical copy of their records at the end of each year. Moving on, the next page in your PDF will go through how to reuse this sheet for subsequent years. So that is a really cool function of this sheet that I want to make sure I touch on. And I can show you here in this example. So if you've reached the end of the year, you can make a new copy of your sheet for the next year and update the years in the Year tab. And when you do that, it will update all of the dates in the Year tab, the Tracker tab, and the Print tab. So throughout the whole Google Sheet, all of the dates will be updated to reflect the years that you've entered into that green banner in the Year tab. So this way you can reuse the sheet year after year without having to come back and purchase a whole new sheet for a new year. And at the very end of the PDF are some tips on how to use the sheet, some frequently asked questions, and a link to the YouTube video that goes through a really detailed description on how to use it. And you can also find a link to this YouTube video at the bottom of each Year tab in any of the tracker sheets that you download. And then, of course, a thank you message because we are so grateful over here. Our little family just gets thrilled when other people can use some of the resources that we've made that we love so much here in our homeschool. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm happy to answer anything that comes up for you. Thank you so much.